my recording just stopped for some reason, so I'm just gonna have to go back through my stuff. Gotta find the picture I was on, cause this deal above was the video. And here's a little bit of a preview of some of the memes you can expect from me. Here it is. So here. By the way, you probably can't read that small text, so I'm just gonna. That's just a little showing of the little stuff. Like, just to show you guys, like, this is what it means. But yeah, back on track. So, the recording shut off, like, right there. Like, I was about to tap my phone right before it happened. Like, it hurt that happened. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that hurt me in a way. Like, that was just a different way of getting hurt. Like, it didn't hurt bad, but it hurt differently. Like, oh, yeah. So that's gonna happen. After that, it's essentially gonna be like, yeah, Naruto's going, like, they're gonna build the base using their own hands and some Earth-style jutsus. And after that's done, Naruto creates the, like, the mountain that the Hokage monument's on? That's where they placed it inside of there. And Naruto's still gonna have his apartment, but it's gonna be a really small apartment. Like, it's gonna be like the size of a bedroom, and it's gonna have a kitchenette in the corner. It's gonna be like the bathroom is a large closet, and it's like a large closet, and then it has a kitchenette in the side, and then there's a bed, and a chair. That's about all his room is, and he doesn't care about, and no, it's not filled with, like, there's not a bed or a chair. It's just a kitchenette, a bathroom, a closet with nothing in it, an empty closet, and an empty room. So yeah, that's the kind of living space his apartment is. And that's, so I just want to say that now, so it's going to be important later. So, remember, they're going to close off the entrance, like the temporary entrance they made for building. They're going to close that off. Like, they're going to fill it back up with earth and mud and stuff. But before they do that, Naruto's going to make and test the seals from earlier that allow him to teleport. Slowly, but teleport. But it's not really teleporting. It's like, it's about the same time it would take to walk or run there. It's like, but it'll essentially just allows you to run through walls, well, but only when you're and you can see around. The time it would take to run there is the time it would take for you to get from the places. So, yeah. And, yeah, that's how that's going to happen. And he also has just a scroll with him at all. That's going to happen. And he's going to place a seal in the base, in his closet, in his apartment, in just some random alleyway as an emergency escape. And then on a scroll he keeps with him at all times. And he can take people with him, but he doesn't. And I'd say he also he sections off a little piece of it for company. So like like if he's cool with company being there, he'll allow company to be there, but only in a sectioned off area because he doesn't want people to look around. But yeah, that's how that's gonna go. And after that, Naruto is going to hold on, take a drink of water. I swear that's water. I swear I'm just drinking water. It's not a bong. No, it's just water. It's just a small little opening in the water bottle. Yeah, got a bit of a weird water bottle. Oh, and just so you guys know, I do not mark my content for little kids. Like, I say like on this stuff, it's not meant for kids. Just because like, I don't want to, because I just don't want to take the risk with Kappa Ball. I just don't want to risk it with Kappa. But, you know, I don't want to do that. It's just too much trouble. Like, that could get me in trouble, and like, it's just safer to do it that way. Also, from what I understand, the videos that are marked as for kids, you have to, like, there's some stuff, like, I'm pretty sure comments are turned off, and like, you can't go into small screen with it or something. I don't know, or mini screen or whatever it's called. Like, so you can scroll on the home, the trend or the sub or all of those pages. You can't. So you just have to look at what is recommended in the video, like underneath the video. Or at least in mobile. I don't know about other stuff. But yeah. I know that's how it works for that. So yeah. So I just keep it on, not for kids. But I don't go 18 plus for my videos, but like I don't do for kids. My stuff is not for little kids. But you know. And the reason I say that is, you know, it's just not. I don't. But first off, like I said, I don't want to mess with Kappa. And then also, they're just not made for kids. Like Naruto is not. Like Naruto in general isn't really made for little kids. Now, you may disagree with me, but I have multiple cases saying otherwise. In fact, I can say the name of one jutsu, and showing it and showing a clip of it being used might get me demonetized. I'm not monetized, but if I was monetized, it would get me demonetized. You get what I'm saying, though. So like, yeah, that's how that is. But I'm just gonna say what it is. The sex. It is. The sexy jutsu. Yeah. Yeah. See what I mean? Like, it's not made for kids. Like, whatever you say, it is not made for kids. Neither is a lot of anime. Like, a lot of shonen anime is not made for little kids. Like, little kids. Like, I mean, they probably can't read fast enough to do it, and if a parent is okay with their little kid reading dubbed, ooh, they're a bad parent. No, like, back to what I was saying. Yeah, he places a seal in the closet of his tiny apartment in just some random alleyway, and on a scroll he keeps with him at all times. As well as, I'd say Hiruzen also has one of these scrolls. Yeah, I'd say Hiruzen also has one of these scrolls, but he needs Naruto's permission to use it. And there's like a little sign on it that shows like whether or not he's given permission, and he also has to give Naruto permission to teleport to him, and Naruto has to and he has to get Naruto's permission to teleport to the place or one of the other seals. And he's like, yeah, and since both of us have to want to do it, it's not, but I could just say, I could just not let him teleport to it. And by the way, this thing, it doesn't, it's not like you can have to walk around Earth. Like, it's a straight line to where you need to go, and you just go through it. And if a wall of spikes is in your way, you can walk through it. If lava is in your way, you can walk through it. You can walk straight through the center of the Earth with this jutsu. Because it's as far as the crow flies when it comes to measuring the time it will take. Well, not, you get the point. Like, just a straight beeline to it. The most direct way to get there. So that's how that is. And he keeps the scroll on him, so in case he needs to get there, if he needs to get to one of his places, like right then, right there, he just can. And this scroll, like, it's about the size, like, when it's unraveled, it's about the size of a door. When it's unraveled, it's about the width, like, when it's rolled up, it's about the length of a baseball bat. Just so, you know. But the other seals aren't like that. They're big squares, essentially, for the other ones. But the ones that he and Hiruzen carry on him, when unrolled, they're the size of a door, essentially. So yeah, that's how that is. And people have to be able to fit onto this area to be teleported. And the one hit it, I'm ranting at this point. Yeah, onto the academy. Everything goes up. His actions are pretty much the same up until the academy. In which case he does better, because he's going to be smarter in this one. Because Hiruzen tells him to read. Much as he doesn't like it, he does, because he realizes that because after reading for enough, he realizes that this is a good idea, even if he doesn't like it. He realizes that he needs to get stronger. So yeah, he realizes he needs to get stronger or smarter, and I'd say he already knows the shadow clone. But Hiruzen's like, hey, you have this unique ability that I've never seen anyone else have. You need to master this. Because I think this is a Keki Genkai. Which, by the way, this Keki Genkai is what happens when you get Uzumakis and Senjus and a few other random bloodlines that are so minuscule they don't even matter into the same person. And then after this, it becomes its own thing, and then it can be passed down from parent to child. Yeah, this thing is pretty powerful because you're able to make armor, swords, kunais, and shurikens. Or at least that's what they know so far. I'm giving them something else later. Not yet. Not yet. And and he has very good control over his feathers. Like, he can even steer that. Like, his kunai and shuriken and Sinbon even, he can steer them mid-flight. like he can't telekinetically control them, but he can move the like ruffle or whatever, and he can move them so that it just kind of guides them. It's not control, just guiding. So yeah, that's how that's gonna be. Yeah. After that, it's, yeah. But yeah, he enters the academy. I'd say he learned is he was given a few scrolls on different types of taijutsus when he was younger, and he realized like a lot of these have flaws that could be canceled by the other, but that also gets rid of some of their strengths. So he's like, what if I just created a style that had no strengths, but also no weaknesses? So he essentially does that. It's not weak to any particular taijutsu style, but it's not strong against any of them either. And this is his default style. He learned how to use Gogan or Gokon or whatever kind that Rock Lee and Guy use. He learns that style. He learns I'd say he learns a real heavy hitter style, that like Tsunade kind of fighting style. Like but it's a bit more refined because he does research into that, and he just looked at it like. But it incorporates kicks, fists, elbows, knees, headbutts. No biting. None of the styles incorporate biting because that's just not right. That's just not something you do. Just no. Like if you're in a fight, do not resort to biting and clawing. Like that is, just don't. It's so horrible when people do that. First off, biting could actually kill someone if you nick an artery. And clawing, it causes a lot of pain and it can draw blood as well. But it can mess someone up like for a long time. It's like, cause like some males, they're sharp or even jagged, and that will cut and rip someone's face open. It's like, also you could just get rid of someone's eye like that. And don't eye gouge or go for a nut shot either. Like that just, don't do any of that. Like, I mean like, and don't, and if it's fisticuffs, and if you're only going fisticuffs, don't pull a knife or a gun, unless your life is in danger. Like, if some people try to jump you, then go ahead and do what you have to survive. But like, if it's just a fight, don't. Like, if it's a fight, then fight fair. If it's your life, kick, claw, and scream your way to survival. That's just how I see it. Do what you can to survive. But if it's a fight, you fight. If it's a fight to the death, you fight to the death. And you must be willing to do what you have to survive that. But just a normal fight. I'm ranting again. I'm ranting again, aren't I? Yeah. I need to stop ranting. So, yeah. After that, I want you all to take a drink of water. So yeah. Do that. So yeah. Where was I? I do not remember. Oh, yeah, like his taijutsu styles. So, yeah. And he's gonna learn the academy style, because, like, he's gonna learn it at the academy, so he's just gonna say he doesn't have a style. It's like, he realized, like, the academy style, it's pretty basic, but it's not bad. It's basic, but it's not bad. That's just kind of where he looks at it. Yeah, he learns the academy taijutsu style as well. And by the way, like I said, he hides his feather release, but he doesn't hide his power. But he hid. Yeah, I might have him show it off now that he's in the academy. Like not show it off, but he might show it. Also, I'm gonna say he can make pens. Like he can make quill pens, just because I want to do that. He can't make ink, but he can make the pen. So I just want to do that for him. I feel like that could be interesting. And you know, Naruto's gonna like, you know, and he's gonna do good overall. He's not like he's gonna do pretty good. He's not gonna be top. I'd say he's second or third best in the class academically. That like for the stuff they show in they test for it in the academy, he's like maybe the fifth best in the class or something, like second or third or something. Like he's pretty good in academically, or what they teach at the academy. But his specialty, but he's also really good at stuff they don't teach at the academy, like his self-created taijutsu. He's really good at that, cause like he's been studying different types of taijutsu. Like there's not any scrolls on the Gentle Fist that are public available, but he watches some of he's watched some of the Hyugas fighting, and he sees how that's a very capable at defending someone. When it comes to taijutsu, he's like, maybe if he's going to be real flexible as well. I'm going to make him flexible. So I just want to do that to him. So I'm going to make him real flexible. He can almost make his spine, turn 90 degrees. Like most people, they can only make it go like 30 degrees, like 40, maybe 50. But he can make it go 90. And I'm not talking about him being able to turn around, but from his hip to his shoulder, that can turn 90 degrees. It's kind of uncomfortable, but he can do it. He doesn't usually, but like that's just something he can do. And he can put his toe. He can put a comb in his toes and comb his hair if he wanted to. Like that's how flexible I'm making him. Like, so yeah. But he's also really good at kenjutsu. So like that's what he realizes he can make he realizes he can also make swords out of this stuff. And he has 2 swords he has access to. He has the ones with the really he has like ones with, 3. He has one where it's like a big feather. It's a big wide feather. One side is about an inch of the feathering stuff. Like there's the hollow, like there's the hard bit in the middle. Then from one side it goes about like a few inches, and then on the other one it just goes like half an inch. He cuts with the one that's half an inch, and he can launch pieces off of the other side, kind of like Sinbon, to just sling at people. Then he's gonna have a really thin one. Like it's still gonna have feather. It's just gonna be like the small feathered. I don't know what that's called, but it's gonna be like that on both sides, and it's not gonna curve like the other one. And then he's gonna have his third one, which is literally just the hollow, like the hard bit in the middle, and that's essentially like a rapier, kind of. And I'd say no, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, that happens. And after that, I'd say that, yeah. So yeah, like he is the best when it comes to taijutsu, but in the classroom he doesn't do as good as Sasuke, but in the field he does better. like like he and Sasuke are tied for most things, or like one of them's good at this, the other's good at that. That's, and he's not good at genjutsu, but he can do it. Like, he can also he can do genjutsu, and he's good, but he's also become good at breaking out of it. He's good at breaking out of genjutsu, and he can do weak genjutsu as well. Like, he can't do anything strong, but like, he can do weak stuff, but yeah, other than that, he can't. And like, I'm not making him be able to do a bit stronger, but his genjutsu, it's not as bad as Kanon, but it's still not good. So yeah. But his Fuinjutsu, like, he's not a seal master, but like, he is good when it comes to seals. Like, there are not, like, most people in the village are not as good as him. Most, like, he outdoes a lot of Jonin when it comes to seals. Like, I understand, like, most people don't focus into seals, but I'm gonna say he has gravity seals on himself. So instead of weights, he's gonna have gravity seals that he used a shadow clone to put on himself. A shadow clone put grav seals on him. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And then after it's done, the shadow clone poof or something. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so jumpy. I just jump in between things. But yeah, because I explain stuff, like, I don't want things to go unexplained unless it's important for the story later, for it not to be explained. You know. And by the way, everyone, I think you know what happens next. Take a drink of water. Gotta stay healthy and hydrated. Don't overhydrate, but like, stay hydrated. Which, for those of you that don't, overhydration is a thing. Like, but like, you know, I'm not telling you to drink a gallon of water or like a glass of water. Like, just take a sip. Whenever I say this, you know, just take a little sip. Just a little. But yeah, just so you guys know, if you hear this, that means it's drink time. Or like, if you hear, yeah, that means it's time to drink. Or if you just hear water sloshing around, that probably means it's time to drink too. But yeah. After that, no, not after that. So I'd say onto one of the sparring matches between Sasuke and Naruto. Like, Sasuke's better at taijutsu than Naruto is. I'm gonna say that. But Naruto is better at kenjutsu as well as like using kunai in his taijutsu. So he asks Iruka if he could use his sword in the spar, and he's gonna be like, Iruka's gonna be like, what's, and he, sure, I guess. And he's gonna be like, do you even have a sword? Yeah, I keep one. No, it's just gonna, yeah, I keep one with me all the time. 3 actually. Or 9, really. But it doesn't matter. I keep multiple swords with. I keep a lot of swords on me at all times, and kunai, and shuriken. Can I use those 2 actually? So yeah, it's gonna be like that. And then he's gonna. Oh, he's better. Sasuke's better while the grav weights are active. 'Cause like, he cannot keep up with non-grav weighted Naruto. Like, Naruto's on level 1 of the grav weights right now. So like, so they increase his. No, So I'd say he uses ×2 grav. Like he was really sluggish when he first did it, but he's gotten kind of accustomed to it. But like, you know, because I would like I assuming that he was like 50 pounds or something, like even 100 pounds. It's like that if he weighs 50 pounds when he put, like if he weighed 1 pound and he put the seals on him, he now weighs 2 pounds. If he weighed 10 pounds, put the seals on, 20 pounds. 50 pounds, 50 pounds. 100 pounds, 100 pounds he's carrying. Then once it goes into 3 times, I'd say 1 pound will make him, he'll be 3 pounds. 10 pounds, 30 pounds. 50 pounds, 150. 100 pounds, 300 pounds. If any of that makes sense. If you guys know what grav seals are, you'll be fine. But yeah, that's how that's gonna work. And and like, yeah. So yeah, that's gonna happen. So, so yeah. Essentially, that's how that's gonna be. So like ×2 doubles his. No.